Alright, and we're back. So, the heads started rolling in the NFL. Done. We got our second firing. Actually, I was pretty shocked that Frank Reich got fired, the Colts head coach. So, now we're going to speculate. Who's next on the chopping block? Who should be on the chopping block? Who's not going to be on the chopping block? Let's discuss. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I did not see this one coming. Frank Reich may be having a terrible season, but overall, I think he has a pretty good record with the Colts. So I was stunned. I did not see this one happening. The AFC South is kind of a mess in general, so they still had a chance to, get something going. So I don't know. I was stunned. I didn't see this one coming. There's a lot more people who I think deserve to be out of a job in the NFL, and Frank Reich, I think they were just having a bad season. What do you think, Mr. Douchebag with sunglasses?
Well, apparently it's the first time that Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, has fired a coach mid-season.
Damn. So he must have been really pissed off.
There's some stuff going on there that he's not happy with.
It's like, I got you, a former MVP, league MVP, and you benched him? Seriously? I mean, I've never heard anybody loving Matty Ice that much. Also, he was doing terrible on the field.
But it feels okay. So you had.
By the way, what's up, Chuck Dominguez? Chuck Dominguez says, "What the fuck? Eric looks like a '70s porn star."
Hell yeah, you got it, brother.
See, now he's never gonna let this look go. Yeah. Never.
Well, I'm gonna let go of this once the Chargers lose.
Yeah, of course.
But sadly, I have to wear it this week because they won.
Listen, they didn't lose. That's how I look at it.
It's such a horrible season.
I don't feel like they beat the Falcons. I feel like the Falcons lost.
The Falcons falconed. Yeah. Harder than the Chargers.
We'll get into that. But first, let's stick with the head coach situation. What's up?
I didn't expect Frank Reich. I was definitely sure it was going to be either McDaniels or Hackett.
The Denver's head coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two, I think, have been the most disappointing. The Colts have been also very disappointing. But, I mean, they do have a lot of injuries. And, they don't really have a quarterback.
They have more excuses than a team like the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The Raiders have no excuse.
The Raiders
None
are
whatsoever. No.
Complete. What are they missing?
They upgraded from last season.
Yeah. Broncos spent hundreds of millions of dollars on Russ.
Yeah.
They letting him cook.
Well, it's really funny because I think the person who's having the worst season in the NFL is actually Russell Wilson, because Geno Smith is showing him up badly. So now everybody's like, was Russ really that good, or was it more Pete Carroll's system and everything? Because, if he can do this with Geno Smith and Russ can't do anything without Pete,
comparatively maybe, but I think Aaron Rodgers is having a worse season. Yeah.
Listen,
at least the Broncos are kind of winning.
This is a 5-game losing streak for Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
And it's not going to get better.
You think Matt LaFleur is, feeling his seat, warm up a little bit? Is his seat getting warmer?
It's hard to say because they do have a fuck ton of injuries. So usually when that happens, the coach maybe has an excuse.
I think over 9 players got injured on Sunday's game against the Lions. Not kidding. And their schedule is not doing them any favors because they have after this Sunday against the Cowboys, they go against the Titans in a Thursday night game, and then it's their bye. So that's a really long time to not play football. So it's 10 days.
The Titans and then
bye week.
I think they have another game before. I think it's the Eagles and then bye week.
No, I think they have the Titans, and then it's we can look it up pretty quickly. But I'm pretty sure because I looked it up and I was like, damn, the poor freaking Packers, they're screwed, they're done. So you got Thursday night football here, and then bye week. You're not gonna see them anywhere here.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you were right.
I told you.
Wait, 27th? Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I may be blind, but I can.
The Eagles.
I can see the suckage.
Damn. Yeah, that's a rough schedule. So yeah, I think the Packers are done.
Although according to Dario, the Eagles haven't played anybody legit.
We'll get to the Eagles.
They're not actually a real squad.
Listen, I didn't say that.
The fakest undefeated team maybe ever.
Not the fakest.
Potentially ever.
I think those were the Carolina Panthers. But anyway.
Oh my God, that did happen, right?
And no, I think they lost to the Falcons. Like right at the end of the season.
That should have been an omen, huh?
Anyway, let's see what we got here. That was a best investment. Part of the have the Broncos. Hey guys, just heads up. Might not make the live show next week, so I'll DM you those picks. Sure, no problem, David. I'm going to be at the Green Bay versus Dallas game. Oh, that's awesome. Are you going for the Cowboys or for the Packers? Just out of curiosity. We're back till Wednesday night, and it sounds awesome. So I hope you have fun. Hope you have a great time. But which team are you rooting for there? I'm assuming Cowboys.
Well, what?
I mean, he's going to Lambeau.
Yeah, I would rather, if I was going to see the Cowboys, go to Dallas, right?
I mean, because maybe he just wants to go to every single stadium, and it's like, oh, I'll go see the Packers in Lambeau, and I'll go in a game where my team's gonna win.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see, bucket list to go all stadiums. See, there you go. That makes sense.
That's good.
Anyway, so what were we even talking about? Oh yeah, so coaches that are on the hot seat. I think you got. First off, you already mentioned those two on the AFC West.
You got Ron Rivera.
And the guy whose name I haven't learned yet, Ron Rivera. Lovie Smith from the Texans. And who else?
So, there's like question marks around, Brandon Staley, obviously.
Brandon Staley is the luckiest son of a bitch ever because
the thing is that they're winning. So it's like everybody who sees the games knows it's bullshit. Okay. We're not a 5-3?
No, we're not a 5-3 team.
No, not a 5-3 team at all.
They're just like, ooh.
They're getting lucky, and usually this doesn't happen.
Listen, it's better to be lucky than smart, always.
No, what's gonna happen is we might actually like squeak in like a wild card spot and get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, and then we don't get any draft.
That's the thing. They don't feel like contenders.
No,
at all. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. So maybe they'll turn it around, but right now I have no faith in the guy. So we'll see how it goes. I do not think he's in a hot seat yet. He just makes really stupid decisions. He should be, but I don't think he's in the hot seat yet because again, the winning record. Yeah. So out of the guys that we mentioned, I think the guy who's safest is probably Ron Rivera. Because
I don't know. They haven't had a winning season since 2017. And right now the team's going through a lot of changes within the organization. They're selling the team.
Yeah, but I think that might actually save him.
I don't know.
I mean, it's
lack of winning record.
Well, out of all the teams, I think that's the team that's playing the best. And ironically, they have probably the worst roster. Well, no, the Texans. Right. The Texans have a worse roster, I think.
Yeah, I'd say Lovey got fucked.
Okay, so compare the roster of the Raiders, of the Broncos, and the Commanders. Who has the worst roster out of the three?
It's actually hard for me to say because I actually do think Taylor Heineke is a better quarterback than Carson.
Damn, man. I mean,
I don't know. It feels like he wins more.
You mean Carr?
No, I mean, like, I feel like the Commanders are in a better position with Heineke than Carson Wentz. Derek Carr is very mid as a quarterback. Do you ask the weakest or the strongest roster?
The weakest of the three.
It kind of feels like the Raiders, and it shouldn't be.
I mean, they have one of the best wide receivers in the league, one of the best running backs, one of the best tight ends. They're one of the best defensive ends.
They just don't win.
Because it's a terrible head coach. Josh McDaniels just can't coach. So
Commanders are kind of winning.
So if you
Broncos are kind of winning.
If you have to make a bet, who do you think's the first to get fired? I'm going with the Broncos guy.
No, I would actually go with McDaniels.
Really?
Yeah, because again, the Broncos just went through a big change, and it feels like you can kind of put the blame on Russ a little bit, maybe.
I don't know. I'm going with the Broncos because I think the Raiders are a franchise that's kind of more used to a particular sort of chaos. The Broncos not so much. They're a very buttoned up franchise, and so they will demand the head coach's head. So that's just my opinion.
Could be. I don't know. For all we know, it's gonna be whoever's coaching the Falcons.
All right, so let's get into.
Oh, actually, it could be MCDC. With
Detroit. That's true. Lines. I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
I like what he's doing.
Yeah, it's just he's fucked because he's in Detroit. That's the problem. It feels like he's building a good culture there and stuff. Feels like the team loves him.
Yeah,
he cares.
They traded off their tight end to a division rival for some bizarre reason.
I told you, they didn't know they were in the same division.
They forgot.
Just happens.
Yeah,
it's like Daenerys with the Iron Fleet.
Oh, you forgot about it.
You forgot about it.
Yeah, it's just a minor thing, minor detail. Anyway, yeah, I don't want MCDC to be fired. Like I said, I like what he's doing, but unfortunately, you know,
he's not winning.
Losing, yeah.
Well, actually, he just beat the Packers.
Maybe he's turning around. Anyway,
LaFleur is an interesting one, actually, but it just feels like the Packers are so beat up that it's impossible to put it on him.
Yeah, but you know, it's not going to get any better anytime soon. I think out of their next
Didn't
3
they just
games,
lose Aaron Jones.
I don't know if they lost him for the season, but
he's injured. Yeah,
yeah. But it's one of those things that, damn, it's out of their next 3 games, the most winnable game is against the Titans, and still that's not an easy team, and it's in a short week.
Yeah, or maybe the Eagles because they're not legit.
That's also a factor. It's probable. Not even possible. Probable.
Yep.
Anyway. So let's check out our scores really quickly. For those of you who don't know, we're doing a little league between me, Eric, and a couple of listeners. Basically, every week we pick a winner for every single game. Whenever we get one right, we get a point. And at the end of the season, we're gonna tally everything up, and the winner's gonna get something. We don't know yet. We're also going up against God. Can you get the coin? Yeah. Basically, we flip a coin and randomly because we did so terrible last season that we figured, all right, maybe something just like randomly could do better than we do. And so far, we're beating it by a lot. So
yeah, we're doing pretty good against random.
Yeah. So here are the scores so far.
Actually, the most exciting part of the week has become, is he going to pick the Saints again?
Yes.
It has been every week.
Yes. 9 weeks in a row. Have they had their bye yet?
I don't think so.
I think their bye is this week.
No. They're playing, Oh, you got the wrong one.
I know. This is week 9.
Yeah.
Because I'm checking the scores.
I feel like I saw the Saints. But
anyway,
I could be wrong.
We'll get into it. So here's the score.
I'm kind of blind here.
Just so you know, Chuck and David, who are playing with us now, Eric is in first place with.
You mean Gus?
Gus, yeah. Gus and David.
You said Chuck.
I said Chuck?
You said Chuck.
Oh, it's because we're reading Chuck over here. Gus, all right, so Eric is in first place with 78.5. I'm in second place with 77.5. Fucking Texans and Colts, man. I hate that 0.5. Third place, we got Gus with 73.5. Then David finally overcame God. He's at 59.5, and God all the way at the bottom with 58.5.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
You know what? Actually, for all the upsets this season, you'd think that he'd be doing better. Anyway,
he keeps going for the Saints. That's his problem.
Anyway, let's break down last week's games. First off, Thursday Night Football, we got the Eagles in a close one against the Texans. Now, again, here's what I told Eric earlier. I was checking the Eagles' record and the teams that they've beaten, and the teams that they've beaten handily, except the Lions. However, the teams that they've beaten, they do not seem particularly impressive. I mean, they beat the Cardinals without D-Hops. They beat the Cowboys without Dak. They beat
basically high school teams.
Basically,
yeah.
They beat the Lions. So it's they beat the Jaguars. So it's one of those things where you're like,
Clown Town.
They beat Clown Town. So it's one of those things like, all right, listen, they're still looking good. All right, they look really good on the field. I'm just saying, maybe I don't think they're gonna go undefeated. That's pretty much it. I think
nobody does.
They have a pretty easy schedule going forward. The most difficult games are within their division, so they have a possibility. Just I don't know.
You do realize that most of their division is like leading the NFL, right?
Yeah,
and they still beat them all.
Yeah, but is it really that impressive?
I mean, nah, because it's like I could beat them.
Just you.
Yeah.
Just you on the field.
It's like
out there with your stupid sunglasses, just be like, hey.
It's like Belichick versus the Jets. Beat him alone.
My hatred alone will pull me through. So anyway, like I said, it was a close one. It was closer than I expected. So it's one of those games where like Eagles coming off a bye, and Eric, what happens when you come off a bye?
You don't play as good.
You don't play? Why?
I don't know. It's science.
Like when you run diagonally, you get faster.
Yeah. You I don't know. You spend a lot of time away from football, then you come back, you feel like you're well rested, but you're actually you're
rusty.
You lost the step.
Yeah, is either the Eagles are so good they make other teams look like high school teams, look like high school teams. I don't know. Yeah, like they said, they're all right. Next, we got the Patriots just killing the freaking Colts to the point where the head coach got fired. I think
maybe on the spot.
Dude, I think that, listen, the Patriots have, in fantasy football, they got to be the best defense around, right? Because they had 9 sacks at pick 6. It was crazy. And they blocked the punt. Like, by far, the Patriots have the best special teams, and I think they should be in the contention for the best defense in the league. Maybe
Problem is
Colts
their offense is not very good right now.
I mean, I like Stevenson because listen, from the Patriots, I like having at least one running back because they tend to run the football into the. They like punching into the end zone, and I like having their kicker because Bill Belichick don't mess around. He's like, I can get points, I'm getting points. So that's what I have. I have Stevenson, I have Folk, and they've been doing good. I wish I could have their defense, but because it probably makes more points than the entire offense combined. But the Patriots looking good, man. It's the weakest team in the AFC East, and they still have a winning record.
Yeah.
Every single team in the AFC East has a winning record, and most of their games have really not been easy. So, honestly, the East right now, AFC, NFC are the most competitive divisions. And if you remember the conversations we used to have coming into the season, like, they're dead. It's all going to be the AFC, NFC West. You know, the Niners, the Rams, everybody, the Chargers,
well,
the Broncos.
NFC West is picking up, but yeah.
Are they really, though?
The Niners?
Well, the
Seahawks? Cardinals got D-Hop's back?
Mainly the Rams. It's like, really?
The thing is, AFC West was a disappointment.
There you go. Hey, Gay Gus, thanks for joining us. Hey, dudes, how much am I winning by? You are in third place, 73? So you're like 4 or 5 points away from Eric. And I think 4 for me, 5 from Eric. There you go.
Because I'm winning.
Yeah. So again, Patriots, like 9 sacks. It was crazy. Like, you watch the highlights, it's like all sacks. Every single thing.
They need a new offensive coordinator, though.
Yes. Matt Patricia, I don't know why they hired him, but they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
they should get him out of there. Next, we got the Lions beating the freaking Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers going on a 5-game losing streak. The Green Bay Packers losing 9 players in the middle of the game. One of them, Aaron Jones.
I think he threw like 3 picks. It was
gross. In the end zone. It's crazy. Aaron Rodgers looked bad. I was watching the highlights of that game. And
there were highlights?
Well, the first 3 quarters, neither team wanted to score. That's it. They moved the ball, but nobody wanted to score. Like, Aaron Rodgers, like, oh, I'm in the end zone, and then nope. If they would have just hit fucking field goals, they would have won. But they didn't. So again, Bill Belichick would have won that one. I don't know why they keep going for it on 1st down, but it's stupid.
Who knows? Maybe Crosby's injured too.
It's possible, man. Seriously.
Even Rodgers is injured. Like, everybody's injured in Green Bay right now.
Yeah. Like, if I were in Green Bay, I'd say I'm injured too. I lost my fantasy game by 10 points. My opponent had the Pats defense. I'm telling you, that's probably the best defense to get in fantasy.
I did find it funny that there was this guy with ESPN or one of those people who do analysis for
one of those people on the tele.
Yeah, people on the tele.
Uh-huh.
Who say, you know, expert opinions or whatever. And he said that he thinks that the ayahuasca is affecting Aaron Rodgers' play. Like, he's playing poorly because of the ayahuasca stuff. To which, it's a pretty poor argument considering he did it in 2020 when he won MVP.
Yeah. I mean...
So...
Listen.
You know,
listen.
It's an opinion.
Listen. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
It's definitely an opinion.
But I'd say it's more like an age thing. So, again, you watch the highlights. Aaron, he still looks mostly okay. He still does amazing plays. He still does amazing throws. But there's something wrong with the Packers. They don't have stars.
It's a trust thing. There's no chemistry between him and his receivers.
Yeah. And so it's just, you know, it's a
rough
rough patch.
And every time that there's a little bit of chemistry, the receiver gets injured.
Yeah, it's a rough patch, and it's not going to get better anytime soon because they don't have because Aaron Rodgers is eating up all their money. So things are going to be looking pretty bad in Green Bay for a while, I think. Next, We got the Chargers not losing to the Falcons. And, all right, I don't understand fucking Brandon Staley. I've said this every single week. The man is lucky as hell. I don't understand. The Chargers may make history next week. This Sunday, I again, because you know how the NFL has just like freaking savage facts and they just drop it on you. Well, they one of the savage facts that they dropped this Sunday is that the Chargers are the third team in history to be under by 10 points on 4 games in a row or something in the first quarter. So they may be the first team in history to do it this Sunday. It depends on how they play. So it's
a historic team.
Yeah, they'll make history.
Also, I learned a fun fact.
What?
The Chargers have exactly the same amount of wins and losses
and
in their entire history.
Yeah, they're 50-50. So they're clean slate. New game. Hopefully they turn things around. They're dropping balls like crazy. Keenan Allen just doesn't get healed. I'm telling you, the fucking medical staff is trash. But again, I've said a million times, the Chargers cheap out. So they cheap out on the medical staff. And so now you pay the consequences where you have one of your best players not in there for a hamstring for half the season. It's fucking nuts. Hunter Henry was always injured with the Chargers. He leaves, he's never injured. There's 100 stories of 100 Chargers. They're always injured. They leave, they're fine. Freaking Melvin Gordon, fine. Melvin Ingram, fine.
He couldn't fix his fumbling issue.
No, that's not an injury.
They couldn't fix that.
That's not an injury. A freaking Perriman, always injured, leaves. Now he's fine. It's Manti Te'o. Jesus Christ, the list just goes on and on and on. Anyway, the play here, because again there was a bunch of really bizarre decisions, but there was a moment where Brandon Staley made a timeout that helped the Falcons. The Falcons weren't ready. The clock was running down, and because the Falcons weren't ready, the defense wasn't ready. But Brandon Staley was like, timeout. It's like, are you kidding me?
Listen, he wanted to make the game fair. They weren't ready.
Are you serious?
It was for good karma.
Are you serious?
Maybe he believes in karma. He's like, no. We got to play this fair.
We got to play. Listen, it's the Falcons.
It's like in the playoff, and it's like right the last game of last season, where the Raiders were gonna let the clock run.
Yeah.
But then he's like, no, let's do a timeomeout.
Jesus Christ.
Let's give him a chance. I
don't understand this man. I hate him. I hate him so much. He has all that fucking talent on the field, and it's just wasted. So he's lucky because they're winning, but Jesus Christ, I don't get it. Then I don't understand the Falcons either. Why'd they stop running the ball?
Because they didn't want to win. It's the Falcons.
They don't know how. They don't do it.
It's like the answers are clear.
Why are you asking such stupid questions, Dario? Jesus fucking Christ. You already know it. You expect the $1 billion team would get a really good medical staff for the team. Dean is the worst owner in the NFL. Yes, Chargers. Here you go, Falcons. You win the game. Falcons, no, I don't want it. You take it. Yeah. That's pretty much.
I'm gonna say Dan Snyder's probably the worst, but
hot potato.
Dean is probably next.
Hot potato. Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Considering they're buying him out,
the Chargers didn't lose. The Falcons lost.
Yeah, which unfortunately means I have to wear this tight ass hat.
It feels weird.
I'm not happy.
We should be happy,
but I'm not.
Our team is 5-3. That doesn't really happen very often.
They're not 5-3.
It doesn't feel like it.
No.
It's
like the Eagles. They're fake.
Posers. They're a bunch of fucking posers. Anyway, let's continue. Next, we got the Jets massacring the Bills. And by that, I mean that they barely squeaked out a victory, but still, it's a victory. I thought that the Bills are the best team in the AFC. Turns out,
I still believe it.
Not so much. They've lost 2 games in their division. So clearly, they're not even the best team in their division. I mean,
it's a tough division.
It's a tough division. Maybe the toughest. But goddamn, dude, did you watch the game? Did you watch at least the highlights?
Yeah.
The defense for the Jets is legit. The things that head coach is doing. That guy was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers last season. Holy shit. That team is looking really good. They're looking sharp. They still do dumbass shit because they're still, the Jets. But, it's looking good. Things are looking up in New York. I think
Josh Allen with an injury.
That's scary. But, I think
I already don't have any postseason aspirations for fantasy football anyway.
Why?
Because I just can't get lucky. like on paper, my team should be okay, but it's like they're just not making points.
Yeah, fair enough. So,
not winning.
Was this the upset of the week?
It's either that or Packers Lions, but yeah, probably this one because there's more expectations from the Bills.
Definitely. Next, we got the Vikings beating the Washington Commanders. I don't love their uniforms. I gotta tell you, like,
You mean the black?
Yeah, I don't love it. The black and yellow, it feels weird. It's like, it's kind of like Steeler-ish. I don't know. Anyway,
I like it better than the regular one.
did you watch the freaking ref get in the way of the Vikings defender?
Nah.
There's a play where the freaking Heineke just, throws the ball up in the air, and there's like 3 or 4 Viking defenders, and the guy up front trips with a ref that was on the way, and the guy caught the ball, touchdown. And it's like, how is that legal? How is that fair?
The refs are part of the field.
Really?
Yeah.
That's such a bullshit rule. So the ref could literally mess with every single play.
They could, theoretically.
If they want to get hit by massive dudes with armor.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they would get fired if they could like tell that you're doing it on purpose. But yeah, the refs are part of the field.
The refs, whoops.
Yeah, it's like you remember the playoffs where the Cowboys couldn't get in. They couldn't spike the ball on time because the ref was in the way.
That's right.
And it's like, the ref is part of the field, buddy. You should have given them the ball immediately. And
yeah. That sucks. Anyway, Vikings win that one. Vikings are on a winning streak, man. They barely squeaked this one out at the end, but still, winning's winning. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who just ran all over the freaking Panthers.
That Mexican guy pretty good.
Yeah, what was it, like 5 touchdowns in a day?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
The freaking look at his face. When the Bengals are hot, they're red hot. They're scorching hot. They're a fucking volcano. So get your shit together. Like this is a Super Bowl caliber team when they get their shit together.
Let's also not get carried away. The Panthers fucking stink.
True.
And they are tanking.
True.
So,
it's like baseball hitting an umpire. You can hit umpires with a baseball?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that in mind. Next.
I think we had that at one of the Padres games we went to, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking when I play, my softball games and I get annoyed. So, Jaguars coming from behind to beat the Raiders. The Raiders, also a fun fact, I think they had 4 games where they've been up by 17 points, or I think 17-0, and they lose.
Yeah, they have like 19 uncontested points for the last few games.
I do not understand how Josh McDaniels still has a job. It's insanity. It's crazy. It's madness. But,
You think the owner maybe only watches the first half of the game?
And then he goes to bed?
Yeah, he's like, oh, we're doing great. Right?
It's Vegas. He gets fucked up too early. He's like, he parties too much. And then it's like, we won, right? Sure. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what?
Clowntown squeaks a victory.
Clowntown actually has a shot to take their division. It's
a shitty division.
It's a very shitty division. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next, we got the Bears barely losing to the Miami Dolphins.
I see what you did there.
What? Barely?
Like barely.
Yeah. Thank you. Waddle scoring touchdowns.
Waddle, my man.
Moving that damn football. The Bears offense is looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, Justin Fields getting his shit together.
They kept it pretty close, but unfortunately
I think it was like
for them,
score difference.
Yeah, like a field goal difference. So it's one of those things that Chicago not looking too bad. They were toe-to-toe with the Miami Dolphins, which is a pretty legit football team.
I would say one of the top 5 teams.
Yep. Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks beating down on the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals started off okay, but then, they fizzled out. And
are they 1-1 this season now?
I don't know.
I feel like the Cardinals may have beaten them already. It feels like they always go 1-1 every season.
I don't know, but they beat them in Arizona. So the Seahawks watching them play.
But I think Arizona doesn't actually have a home field advantage. I feel like they're one of those teams that always loses at home.
Maybe. Like the Cowboys?
The Cowboys also have a pretty bad.
I don't know. It's possible. Watching the Seahawks play, their offense basically just, like, their philosophy is just don't fuck up. They do enough. They just play good. They don't really get that many flags and stuff, so they play clean. and they just don't fuck up. They take easy points, easy scores. They don't really explode that crazy unless, the runners. And right now I think they're on their, third, fourth running back. But they're still moving the ball. Their defense, though, is looking pretty fucking legit. So, I don't know if it's Legion of Boom caliber, but,
No.
What?
No.
It's not?
No.
Why? Because they don't have all the swag?
Yeah, it's not carrying the team,
I mean, they're winning. Like, they start off, the point is the defense has gotten a lot better as the season has gone on. They started off, scoring a whole bunch of points on them. They've buckled down.
I know, but Legion of Boom absolutely massacred Peyton Manning.
That was a great day.
Yeah, it was
starting off with a safety. That was a great day.
First play. First play was a safety.
Welcome to the Super Bowl, bitch. So yeah,
that Peyton Manning guy was pretty good.
I think the Seahawks is the team that has gotten, the most cohesive, the most better. Is that even a way of saying it? I'm not.
It's a bad way of saying it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they've gotten better every single game. They're a complete team.
Geno Smith is having an MVP run.
Yeah, so
legitimately.
I think they're in the conversation for the scariest team in the NFC. It's gonna be. If I have to say right now off the top of my head, you have to put the Eagles in there. To me, it's the Eagles, Seahawks, 49ers.
All right. Let's go quarterback and then non-quarterback. Who's winning MVP right now, if you had to guess? First, obviously, it's usually a quarterback, so let's pick among the quarterbacks.
Okay, I'm on the quarterbacks. MVP.
You got Josh Allen. You've got Lamar. You've got
Tua,
Mahomes.
Tua, unfortunately, I'm gonna go with. Hurts.
Hurts,
because
that's a good choice.
He's the hot hand right now. He's the sexy boy out on the field.
But I mean, they're just gonna
him.
lose out the rest of the season. You know that they're not even gonna make the playoffs because they're not legit.
No, did you not hear their schedule? It's pretty easy.
But they're gonna collapse because they suck. They're terrible.
But they still got an easy schedule.
Worst team.
So if Tua hadn't gotten injured, maybe him. But I
feel like Tua's injury actually kind of helps his case.
Really?
Considering they kind of stunk without him.
I guess. But I mean, stat-wise, I think Hurts is going to have better stats.
I mean, I think Josh Allen is... I think the Bills have had 24 touchdowns, and 23 of them were Josh Allen related. So, he's got a really good case for that. And in terms of non-quarterback players, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and say Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. They didn't use him for the first half of the season. It's because they wanted to trade him. It depends on the second half of the season, for sure.
I feel like the Niners are just going to keep getting hot.
Jefferson is having a pretty good season, but wide receivers never get it for some bizarre reason.
Devontae's technically having a fine season.
Yeah.
He's like most of the touchdowns for the Raiders.
I mean, under the radar, somewhat, Eckler's not having a bad season.
Derrick Henry's basically carrying his team.
Definitely. Dude, we'll get to the Titans in a minute.
Tyreek doing pretty good.
Tyreek doing great. Surprisingly.
Stephon Diggs kind of quiet.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. No, I mean, he's still doing plays.
Doing plays. Just Josh Allen's like, yo, how about I do everything, though?
Like,
all right.
Sure. I mean, if you want.
Out to McCaffrey.
Sure.
If he keeps playing like how he did with the 49ers,
sure.
ridiculous.
Fuck the Seahawks. I hate the Seahawks fans. Listen, I get it. But I like Pete Carroll.
Also, what do you expect? They're from Seattle.
True. Nothing good comes from Seattle. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their defense finally coming back to life somewhat. Or maybe it's because, the Rams can't get their shit together. Who knows? Point is, they...
Jalen Ramsey started burying his offense after the game.
Dude, freaking Jalen Ramsey almost started a fight with the Fournette at the start of the game. It was crazy. Like, for some reason, he just wouldn't let go. And Fournette's like, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
Is he going to be like Mike Evans with Lattimore?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think Ramsey can take Fournette.
Fournette's kind of strong, though.
He's a running. You don't mess with a running back, man.
Yeah, they got bulk.
Yeah, and so usually they have the ball and can run straight at you.
Yeah, so, they are his finisher's the spear.
Yeah, so the Buccaneers, again, the point is the defense started looking a lot better. The offense still having issues. However, they did a game-winning drive.
Tom Brady had a...
Listen, you only...
36 seconds or something?
Yeah, like nothing.
Yeah.
And they moved the ball. First off, they stopped the Rams. Cooper Kupp slid for some reason. I don't know why. But okay, instead of going for it, I think it was a mental mistake. And the Bucs capitalized. They managed to move the ball. They managed to win the game. And they broke their losing streak. So now the Rams are in a streak. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the Rams, I don't know what's going on with them. But if you
Super Bowl hangover.
If you got Jalen Ramsey basically saying, like, look, this offense needs to start making fucking points. Otherwise, we can't win games. It feels like it's more of a problem with the locker room.
Listen, I completely understand Jalen Ramsey. Like, I totally get it. Because when I played defense. And it sucked. You know, being there for 10 plays, being able to stop the other team, getting the kick. And then the offense goes on the field, 3 and out. And then you have to go back. I was like, seriously, we just stopped them.
We just did this.
What? You can't get 10 yards? You can't get 10 fucking yards?
I get that, but it's not something you put out there
I
publicly.
get it.
It's like Ron Rivera burying freaking Carson Wentz.
Listen, I get it. It's 100% unprofessional.
It's like, what's the problem with the Commanders? Quarterback.
Yeah. What do you think I'm going to say? Me? No.
It's like Jalen Ramsey. It's like, what's the problem with the Rams? Stafford.
Yeah. The offense, not good. Anyway, next, we got the...
Do you think this is going to, kind of light a fire under the Bucs a bit?
I think so. Sometimes you just have to get out of a funk. You have to... What do they call... What do you do when when you don't get laid? What's it called?
A dry spell?
Slump buster? Sometimes
it's a dry spell, right?
Yeah, a dry spell. So sometimes you
I
need
wouldn't know.
Like a slump buster. Oh yeah, because you're still a virgin.
Yeah,
anyway, so the luckiest team in the fucking NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs, against the Tennessee Titans.
If someone's a virgin for a really long time, is that considered a dry spell?
It's a way of life. It's not a spell.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So Kansas City Chiefs overtime. Who do you think won the fucking coin toss?
Well, I'm assuming the Chiefs, but
yeah,
didn't it go longer actually?
Yeah, well, they only scored a field goal.
Yeah,
but it's still like the point is they keep winning. It's like God and the Saints. the coin always lands on their side. It's fucking crazy. I wish I could bet on that. The Tennessee Titans. Tannehill wasn't on the field, fine, but not a single wide receiver caught a pass. Not a single one. I think a running back caught a pass, and then the tight ends like 2 passes, and then the rest of it was pretty much all Derrick Henry and the quarterback whose name I forget, like Willis or something, just running around. And they were still, and also I think they got a pick 6. They were still up against the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. If this team just kind of got their shit together and they hadn't traded A.J. Brown, they'd be sitting pretty good. So
I don't know what's going on with the titties, man.
I don't know. Like I said, out of all the teams that are at the top of their division, the Titans feel like the weakest. So I think
they
they're
got
probably
a good defense, though.
I think the Clown Town's gonna overtake them.
You think?
Yeah, they just...
When's Tannehill back?
Maybe this week. But the point is, not a single wide receiver catching a ball. That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, let's continue. Point is, Kansas City Chiefs, they managed to close out games somehow, some way. Next, Lamar Jackson beaten down on the Saints. This one I got it wrong. I thought the Saints were gonna get it, but all right.
You went with God. I went with Lamar.
Listen, the Rams. I'm sorry, the Ravens. They're getting
their shit together. No, not choking.
Pretty good. They started off rough. They started off choking. We're like, what the hell's going on with this John Harbaugh team? They're turning it around. They're starting to look pretty good. Their defense is starting to look better. They traded. They upgraded. I think. Do you think the Bengals can overtake them, or is it? Are they too far gone?
How many games? Like 2?
We can see. I think they might be 3 at this point. I might be wrong. AFC North. I know they're only up by 1.
Yeah.
Damn. They really sucked.
Well, how do they do head to head?
I don't know. Let's see.
Just click Ravens. Let's check it out.
I think the Ravens won.
Maybe.
Yeah, 1917.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, they got another one coming at the very end of the season.
That should be interesting. Anyway, next. Those are the games for Week 9. Let's move on to our predictions for Week 10. I see that Gus already made his. Let's begin. We got the Carolina Panthers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. The Carolina Panthers are supposed to be tanking, but they still beat Tampa Bay. It's a divisional game, and the Falcons Falcon. Neither of these teams like winning, technically.
And I don't like either team, but we know who I hate the most.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one.
I'm actually gonna go with the Falcons as well.
Yeah, because Carolina looks like they're tanking a little bit harder. The Falcons kind of feel like they're trying still a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Let me get.
Well, I mean, they're still alive.
Yeah, they're still
it's a very division.
Yeah,
I think they got the same number of wins as the Bucks, right?
Yeah,
the Falcons, so
probably.
Yeah,
it's still up for grabs. I wouldn't give up yet if I'm them. Anyway, God picks home. So
plus Patterson, he's good.
Dude, that dude can move the ball.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, if you're talking about a statement win, this would be it for the Buccaneers. Yeah. Do you think they can pull it off?
Who goes first?
You.
I'm gonna say
they're playing in Florida.
I know. I'm gonna go a little wild with this one. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Bucks?
I'm gonna say, Pete Carroll has them almost, he almost wins, but then he's on like the 5-yard, and he has Geno throw it, and it's gonna get intercepted.
That's a very, very unique take. I don't know how you came up with it.
Just saying.
I was gonna say the Bucks, but fine. I think it could be a coin toss. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks just to make it a little bit different.
It's a team with a better record.
But it feels like the Bucks, Well,
I don't know. It's
we'll
Tom
see.
Brady.
Yeah, we'll see. God picks the Bucks. Next, we got the Chicago Bears in a rivalry game against the Detroit Lions. Yeah, this one's bizarre. The Bears have been playing a lot better, but the Lions just beat the Packers. And I mean, like, they almost killed half the team.
Maybe that's their new strat.
Just injure them?
Yeah.
Like, what was the thing that the Saints did? Bounty Gate?
Yeah.
But here's like, we're not paying you. This is for fun.
It's like, we're going down. And we're bringing everybody with us.
This whole division's going down with us, except the Vikings, who we're trading one of our best players to.
They forgot.
I think the Bears are on their way up. The Lions, I don't think they're on their way down. But I think that the Chicago Bears are doing a little bit better and they're playing at home. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
I agree. I think it's kind of a coin toss, rivalry game, but I don't think I've picked the Bears this whole season. So, yeah, give me that one.
All right. Let's see what God thinks. God's going with the Lions. All right. Sucker.
Doesn't sound right.
Next, we got the Miami Dolphins hosting the Cleveland Browns. One game closer to Deshaun Watson hitting the field. If you can pick him up in fantasy, maybe you should. I don't know. I put him in the IR because apparently you can. All right, you go first.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins. I think they're a squad. I think they're going to beat the Brownies over there. You changed the topic, I think.
No, but it was the Bears,
okay.
So I fixed it.
Yeah, I don't like the Browns. I just want them to lose everything.
Yeah, I don't trust the Browns either. And I think the Dolphins are playing really good ball. And with adding Chubb, this was his first week, so he didn't even get a full week of practice. So I think their defense is going to get considerably better for this particular game. I mean, they still blocked the punt. Wow. What was it? That's special teams.
Dolphins are going to eat them up. What are we talking about?
Yeah, to what God says. God picks the Dolphins. Next, we got the Denver Broncos hosting the Tennessee Titans. Two teams who are beyond mediocre, but one that's more mediocre than the other.
This could be a surprise.
In what way? That the Tennessee Titans, their wide receivers are going to catch a pass? or that the Broncos are gonna.
No, they're not gonna catch a pass in Mile High. Are you kidding? The ball flies too much.
It's crazy. You're gonna catch a deep ball from Mr. Tanathril.
Well, there's no Tanathril.
He might be. Let me just check.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if he doesn't play, I think
How the hell do you spell his name?
Tanathril.
Limited on practice Wednesday. So
It seems trending good.
again, the fucking Chiefs are just so lucky to go up against the Titans without Tannehill. Jesus Christ.
Beating a dead horse. Speaking of dead horse, who are you going for?
Ooh, I like what you did there. Like I said, Tennessee Titans, they have one of the best, if not the best, running back in the league. When they use him, the man averages like over 6 yards per carry. That's pretty good. He scores touchdowns. Unfortunately, they do not have a passing game. So even in an unbalanced offense, the man still scores points. So I think with Tannehill there, they should be a little bit better. And if they managed to kind of hold back the Chiefs that much, if they managed to play the Chiefs that close, they should be able to beat the Broncos at home because they're not playing at Mile High. So I'm going to go with the titties on this one.
Oh, they're playing at home.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm kind of blind. Yeah, give me the titties. I like titties. I'm a fan of titties.
Fair enough. Let's see.
Give me Derrick Henry and the titties.
Gotta pick the Broncos.
Good, let them fall behind.
Keep losing. Loser.
The next one's interesting, though.
Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings going to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills, who may or may not play with Josh Allen. He's injured. He may not play.
He is injured. Apparently, it's not as serious as they thought, but it's kind of like a partial tear of the shoulder, so you never want that.
Nope, not in your throwing arm.
He's 95% of the Bills' offense.
Yep. Fortunately, he can still run.
Yeah, he can. He's still their best running back. Who goes first here? I
You.
think me. Oh man, I feel like Josh Allen. They should rest him for maybe a week, but I don't think they're gonna because they can't fall back behind in their division, and they're one game behind the Jets. No, they're one game ahead of the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And I think they both have the tiebreaker against them right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they can get their foot off the gas right now. I think Josh Allen's going to play, and I think the Bills can squeak it out.
Honestly, I'm shocked that this is not the primetime game.
Well, because they want it to actually be a question mark.
They want it to actually be like a contention.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings, they're winning games. They need the refs in order to to stop plays in order for the other teams to score. However, the freaking Bills do feel like they're on a different level. I mean, the Jets did just bring him down to earth a lot. That Jets defense is looking pretty good.
Divisional game.
I don't understand why the Vikings did not run the ball more.
Maybe they're dumb.
That's the problem. Man. I'm going to go, who'd you pick?
I picked the Bills.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. Okay.
Fair team.
Usually when it's something that
cousin chains.
when it's something this close, I'd go with the home team, but you already picked the home team, so I'm gonna let you have that one, and I'll take a risk. You never know.
All right, it's not the biggest risk.
Yeah,
I feel like I took a bigger risk with the Bucks.
Definitely. Guy picks the Vikings. To me, it's more the Josh Allen injury. Like honestly,
I think he has to play though. That's the thing. The smart thing would be to bench him for the long run, but
to me, the thing that I'm worried because the dude gets hit a lot. So to me, it's gonna be like he's gonna get hit on one play. It's gonna be a little bit harder than the other ones, and they're gonna bench him. They're gonna be like, no, we can't risk you. So I think that's the bigger deal, or at least they should. They should save him from himself. Next, we got the New York Giants hosting the Houston Texans.
Is this the game we lose Lovey?
It depends on how badly the Giants beat him. By the way, I'm picking the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, like they lost. They lost the winning streak, but I mean,
they're still a squad.
They're still a squad, and they're going up against the Houston Texans. Actually, that's a more interesting question. Will Lovie Smith get fired on this one? Ooh. I think he's still... I don't think he's going to get fired away. So
Not for a while. I don't think so.
I think he's still...
Guaranteed at the end of the season.
Oh, definitely.
But I think he may make it to the end. Because I don't see... The Texans don't have a reason to play.
Well, the big...
It's like, why change coaches, right? Well, I guess maybe you can get him started with the system.
The big thing is who would you replace him with?
Clearly Adam Gase.
Like, honestly, if right now, like if you had to hire a head coach, who would you be considering?
Sean Payton.
But Sean Payton retired.
Give him money. What's your point?
No, but I mean, he's retired. He's like, I don't want money. Like, I want him to stay home.
I think he's expressed interest in if they give him enough money.
I mean, anybody, but okay. So, Sean Payton, that's who you're going for?
That would be my pick, yeah.
So, if you're Sean Payton, would you even consider the Texans?
Now that's a better question.
See?
Shit. I'm trying to think of, like, picks out of left field. It's like, would Peyton Manning want to coach? I don't know.
For the Texans?
Not for the Texans, no.
No, see, that's the issue. It's not a good job for head coach. So, do you get rid of Lovie Smith when there's really nobody else who's even...
You know what? Get Urban.
You just kick the kicker?
Fuck it. I miss Urban. It'll be funny.
Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Speaking of.
Facing the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. The luckiest sons of bitches in the NFL.
And the Chiefs.
Okay. This feels like it could be an upset. Because,
all right, so pick the Jaguars then.
Wait.
Do it.
I have made this mistake before. The Kansas City Chiefs are the luckiest son of bitches in the NFL. It's hard to play in Arrowhead. I just don't know. I saw the game against the Raiders, and the freaking Jaguars are... I don't understand, because they look really good sometimes against the AFC West, and then they look terrible against everybody else. So I don't get it. They look good against the Colts and against the AFC West, and the Chiefs are in the AFC West. So maybe, but God, I don't know.
All right, Dario picks the Jaguars.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know if I trust Eamon One Eye that much, but. No, I can't do it. I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Coward!
You do it then.
Coward! Give the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck are you talking about?
They're just too lucky. They're too freaking lucky.
Also, they're the better team. What are we talking about?
The God picks the freaking Chiefs.
Yeah.
Next, the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the New Orleans Saints.
Strange game.
Yeah, definitely. For all the wrong reasons. You go first.
Oh, man. How long has the Steelers losing streak? 2, 3, maybe?
Let me check. Lose 2.
Yeah.
I think since they beat the Bucks.
This is one of their winnable games.
Definitely.
Tomlin is not a tanker.
Definitely not.
The Saints. What are the Saints? They're so fucking mid.
Return of TJ Watt. So TJ Watt returns this week.
Give me the Steelers just because of TJ. I feel like Tomlin is a guy that he wants to keep his winning record.
Mm-hmm.
And
doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
TJ Watt is a game changer. So plus the Saints are not looking great. Yeah, give me the Steelers. You're probably going Saints, huh?
Yeah, just to do something different. Because again, feels like it could be a coin toss, but you already took the home team, so I'm gonna go with the other one. Also, the Steelers, they gave up their wide receiver and stuff, so I don't know. It's weird.
Doesn't matter. They don't have a quarterback.
That is true. You don't need wide receivers. Yeah. You don't need wide receivers if you don't have a quarterback. Stupid. Next. Indianapolis Colts facing the Oakland Raiders. If the Colts win, will Josh McDaniels be fired? On the spot. On the fucking spot. Like right on the field. Will it happen? Please. Please. God, no. Don't fire him. He sucks. We need the Raiders to suck in our division. They have too much talent. Josh McDaniels has been a godsend for us Charger fans. Keep him forever. Anyway, what do you think?
The Colts hired a man who has never coached. It has to be the Raiders.
Listen, don't say that.
Like, it has to be, right?
Don't underestimate Mr. Josh McDaniels.
Don't underestimate a team that has nothing left to lose.
Exactly. They play loose. Team that's playing for their jobs.
Yeah, maybe they're just, having fun with it and they play better that way.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Raiders. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders, too.
I think you went first there, but whatever.
All right, I think I'm going to go with the Raiders. Just cause.
But I really want the Colts.
Listen, actually, I'm pretty happy about this because if the Raiders win, that means that it's less likely than Josh McDaniels will get fired. So that's always a good thing. Yeah. So I'm rooting for him. If they lose, he should get fired on the spot. On the fucking spot. Just get out there. Don't even let him go back. Don't let him go back into the dresser. Just put a knife into the tires of his car. Make him walk out of there. By the way, God picked the Raiders too. So, Jesus Christ. This has to be the most winnable game of the season for him. It just has to be. Next.
So they're going to lose.
Yeah. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams, who are on a losing streak in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Yeah.
You go first.
All right, so there's clearly something wrong in the Rams locker room if you're one of your defensive backs is, just trashing your offense. The Arizona Cardinals actually have a pretty solid defense. I don't think that the Rams have enough to overpower them. I mean, there's J.J. Watt's in there, but still,
divisional game.
Yeah. Again, Kyler Murray hasn't won since Modern Warfare came out. It's starting to,
Which is funny because apparently that game sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why. He's still depressed.
He's upset.
He's crying. I'm going with the Cardinals. I think right now they're playing a little bit better, which is weird because I think they're on a losing streak too. But
they are playing better.
You see, the Rams, when they started using Allen Robinson, they started looking a little bit better. But still, they don't look good, which makes no sense because they have a lot of talent on the field. But I think the Cardinals have just a little bit more, and they have enough, to get them across the finish line. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, same. I'll go Cards on this one.
Also, they're not playing at home. God picks the Cards. Next, we got... you even want to say it. We got the Packers hosting the Cowboys in Green Bay. How long would the losing streak continue for the Packers?
It'll be so fucking hilarious if they beat the Cowboys.
It'll be the funniest thing ever. Have you seen the promos for this game? It's like, oh yeah, a rivalry reborn.
Well, it's McCarthy going back home.
McCarthy going back home against his ex-girlfriend. Actually, I think that might be the reason why the Packers win.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Cowboys.
Definitely, of course. Yeah,
You kidding me?
No. Will the Packers reach an 8-game losing streak?
Probably not. I feel like they may surprise us with one of them. This could be that one.
Honestly, the way the season's going, they're going to obliterate them because the defense is not looking that terrible. Away. Although, now that I think about it...
Maybe the Cowboys don't play well in the cold. I don't know.
Now that I think about it, the defense actually looked really undisciplined. There was a play by Buda Baker, is that his name? Or was it Alexander? I don't know, but they just threw a guy out for no reason. Man, maybe it wasn't even the Packers. I don't know, but it was really weird. I was like, man, that's bizarre. Like, that's not normal behavior. But anyway, next we got the primetime game.
Let's skip this one.
Primetime. The San Francisco 49ers hosting the Los Angeles Chargers.
Sadly, I think we're going to see a repeat of the Super Bowl in '96.
They're just going to get clobbered.
Yeah.
slacked, destroyed,
Yeah.
annihilated.
So Dario's picking the Chargers.
Am I?
Are you?
Listen,
You said it could be a surprise.
listen. The Chargers win when they're supposed to lose. They lose when they're supposed to win. However, as we know,
Niners coming off a bye, which is a weakness.
Brandon Staley loses against good head coach. He just does. Like, forget they might face a really good team with a bad head coach and they win, but they might face a good head coach with a bad team and they lose.
So you're liking Shanahan?
Shanahan, would I consider him to be a good head coach?
I think he's a good head coach.
I think he's in the
Among the better ones.
better half.
He's B tier.
Sure, B tier. I mean, he made it to Super Bowl. Loser. Oh wait, he's never gonna win now. Eric has a rule.
Yeah.
If you lose your first Super Bowl, you're never gonna win again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's legitimate, and I'm not gonna check it.
I already proven several times that he's wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Anyway, the Chargers can't stop the run.
McCaffrey's gonna fucking obliterate this fucking team.
The
Are you
49ers
fucking kidding?
have one of the best running
Is
backs
Debo
in
back?
the league. Let me check.
Is it Debo and McCaffrey?
Yeah, they might be.
He's gonna rush for 500?
Debo Samuel fires Christian McCaffrey warning to the NFL. What? Reviews fire reaction to 49ers. Why don't they just put injury? Returns to practice. So
Possible. The Niners are gonna fucking wreck.
yeah.
Like, the only way they lose is that they depend too much on Garoppolo.
Listen, I'm gonna take a risk here.
Oh, here we go.
I want to take a risk here.
Oh, here we go.
I want to take a risk here, because again, the Chargers win when they're supposed to lose. They lose when they're supposed to win, and this feels like such a certainty
Such a slam fucking dunk.
that they're gonna get fucking wrecked that I think that they're just gonna pull one out of their fucking ass.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I'm not confident about it. It's just, and it's not because I'm a fan. It's
No.
because I fucking know them, and they just fucking do this all the fucking time. So
I love it. I love it. Woo!
I'm going with the Chargers. You?
Give me the Niners. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
You dumbass. God picks the Niners.
Of course he does.
Freaking shocker. We're actually considering going to this game.
Really?
Next, finally, Monday Night Football. We got the Commanders going to Philadelphia to face the undefeated Eagles, eh? And
But
Eric,
they're not legit though.
are they? Yeah? No, I don't think so. Eric, who do you like?
I mean, they're playing a shitty team in the Commanders, so it's gonna be the Eagles.
That is true.
But if they played a real team, they wouldn't win.
If they played, listen, but now they're playing the Commanders. I think with the last time they played against Heineke, I don't think so. Different team. Different
Totally
team.
different.
The refs are on their side apparently.
Is God gonna be on their side?
I don't think so. Yeah. So we picked the Eagles, right?
Wait a minute. We fucking glossed over this shit.
What?
God picked the Steelers over the Saints.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
What the?
I thought they had a bye week. Holy shit! Holy shit!
I like that this was our biggest ongoing story and we didn't even notice.
Our biggest fucking bet, and we didn't even notice. Jesus Christ! It's you and your stupid sunglasses.
Well, there it is. All right. Yeah, I was like, oh, I can't be seeing this right. Okay.
The streak is done. That's depressing. You know what? We might just be finished here.
It might be. It's done, and it's with the fucking Steelers out of all the teams.
Yeah, weird. Weird.
All right, give me the Eagles. We got to finish the shit.
Yeah, Eagles. I agree. Eagles are going to do it. They're going to take it. So,
You think you're gonna make it a 10-0?
well, their next game, who is it? They got Green Bay somewhere there. Let me check. Let me see.
No, next week is Titans Green Bay.
Oh, I mean, so that's number 11. So, Eagles, Packers. Before that.
Colts. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if they, like I said, they got a pretty easy schedule. They got the Colts. Let's just do the Eagles here. Easier. So they got the Colts. They got the Packers. The Titties is difficult. The Giants is difficult. The Bears, they're not pushovers.
They're getting difficult.
Cowboys, Saints, and Giants. So, again, they got 3 pretty easy games there. Or on paper, at least.
And a few big question marks.
Yeah. So, we'll see. But
not undefeated. Definitely not.
If they pass the Commanders, then they should be able to, let me see. Carson Wentz, they played against Commander Carson. If they beat the Commanders, I think they'll make it a 10 easy. So,
yeah.
Right. There you go. That's it. That's it for today. Did I even mark him? No, what did God say? There you go. God picks the Eagles. So, that's how the season's going. That's it for today. As always, comments, questions, suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World and at DarioSDW on Instagram, or you can just join us live Wednesday nights. We do a live stream here. Basically just say dumb stuff because we do not know shit about fuck when it comes to the NFL.
Not at all.
Actually, we're more likely that we're gonna be wrong than right, and it's fun. Why do we even do this?
Well, I like being wrong.
I hate it
on the internet.
It's one of the things that I hate the most.
It's kind of fun.
All right.
It's like putting your ignorance out into the universe.
Why are you wearing the sunglasses?
I don't know. I just felt like being a douche.
Fair enough. Right. So always
with the porno look.
Fair enough. So always thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.